Right, well, here we are on the night shift in Chris's office after these celebrations here at the Pilot Field. Fantastic result for the U's this evening, a 1-0 win against top of the table Hornchurch, 1,220 people, the biggest crowd that any of us can remember on a Tuesday for quite some time. I'm sure some of you might be able to let us know when we've actually bettered that. It might take some looking up, I think. Fantastic. Really, a joyous occasion.
Yeah, really good game of football.
Yeah.
It's a really good game of football. Sometimes when you're watching games, you can get a feeling that actually this is two good teams having a real good go at each other. I don't think any team took a backward step as well. I think it would have been decent for the neutral, and even better for Hastings. So, yeah, no, it was really enjoyable to be a part of it.
Yeah, and to have so many people here under the lights just creates such a wonderful atmosphere here at the Pilot Field, doesn't it, when the crowd are on it?
Yeah, game on, like you said, game under the lights. It's just different, and it has a bit more atmosphere, has a different vibe to it than Saturday 3 o'clock. So. Yeah, obviously that's credit really to the players as well for, because the atmosphere in here was unbelievable. So obviously massive thank you to the supporters, but also credit to the players for putting in a level of performance which gives the supporters something to be excited about and get behind.
When we arrived, they were watering the pitch quite heavily as well. What was the thinking behind that?
And which watering it is just to try and make it more of a surface conducive to how we want to play, really. So, it is lively, and that's one of the benefits again of playing under lights. Is obviously temperature's a little bit different, a little bit of dew on it, moves a little bit quicker. The bobble or the bounce is a little bit kinder as well, and credit to Dane, credit to predominantly Neil as well for getting the pitch in the condition it was tonight, because it definitely helped us. Helped us get the 3 points and produce a really decent performance.
The game itself, first half reasonably even. The best thing about that was we did not look out of place playing that team at all.
No.
We set up fairly comparable to what we've done before, but the Sams at the back, so Sam McCoy, who's playing a more sort of forward-facing role with Sam Gale and Sam Crutwell.
Yeah.
What a unit that's looking, with Ollie in there as well, steady as ever. Yeah,
no, it was. I thought first half it was pretty nip and tuck. I think it was a 49-51% game. It was very close. As I said, it must have been a decent game to watch from a neutral perspective. Obviously they had a couple of moments. We had a couple of moments hitting the crossbar. We had a free header as well that we didn't quite attack properly, got caught under it. So we've had a couple of opportunities. They've had a couple of opportunities. So it was the big thing really was, we felt that they were most dangerous when we had the ball a little bit. Like all of their moments come predominantly on the counter attack, where it's a loose pass or an extra touch and it breaks down, or a wrong decision. They then counter, and they've got massive threat. I mean, in forward areas, they've got real quality. I mean, you can see that quality at least one league above. I mean, you can see why they're going to go on to win the league, because they are lively in forward areas, and they're pretty solid across the back line. So, as I said, you can see why they're a decent side. But we felt that if we ironed out the silly mistakes, we made better decisions. We stayed disciplined with the right amount of touches, and we let the shape do the work. We felt we could pull Hornchurch around and really impose our game on them. And I thought as the game went on, we'd done that more and more, which was real positive. So first half was pretty close, but second half I thought we were more and more dominant as it sort of went on.
Yeah, we certainly restricted them to longer shots and half chances. A couple of smart saves from Charlie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that second half, when we came out second half, felt like we'd stepped up a little bit quicker, moving the ball forward a little bit quicker. Was that something you said?
Well, no, they changed shape a little bit, sort of midway through the half, and I felt that probably gave us even more the initiative. But no, I mean, the message was really just, do the basics, don't overcomplicate it, let the shape do the work, play the way you're facing, try and execute some of the patterns that we spoke about that we're on. When the ball goes into the front line, make sure there's third man running from deep. So if they're receiving it back to goal, there's a face to set to. Just basic stuff, really. And also reinforcing to the lads that when we're at it, we're a very good side. I mean, we've taken points off of majority of the top teams in the league during the last few months. So it's almost like now we're decent.
Yes.
If we do us and we commit to it and we work hard and we fight for each other and whatever it is we do it together, attack together, defend together. We'll be a match for anyone really. And I just felt as the game went on and we become more and more dominant, those messages were probably reinforced and confidence was gained, and we just led to more and more momentum and more goalmouth opportunities, really, goalmouth action.
Yeah, and we've said about finishing strongly in previous games, and today, that last 20 minutes, the team were so strong, and you could be able to bring Jack Dixon on to get his first run out, and you've got a player as good as Geordie to come on, and a player like Freddie to come on. And Freddie came on, settled in. John had already stretched them a lot down there, giving Freddie something to play into. And Geordie looked so good in that role, just in behind David, and hence the goal.
Yeah, no, it's great to be able to almost bring players on, and it increases the level of the player on the pitch almost. We were really pleased with the changes, and we got to a stage in the game where we felt, obviously we're in the front foot, we could keep it as it is and consolidate, and we'll take a respectable point, but the general feeling in the dugout was, no, we need to attack this, we need to go after it, they're there for the taking. So we were obviously a bit more aggressive with our substitutions in terms of attacking options, and fortunately it paid off. Whereas on Saturday, it didn't. So I thought, one thing's for sure, if you've been playing against John Hoofer for 80 minutes, you don't want to then play against Freddie Legg. Especially when Freddie comes on and does that. That's an example, like what we spoke about the other day. If Freddie does 2 or 3 things extremely well and focuses on those 2 or 3 things and delivers it consistently, he is an absolute handful. And I thought when he come on, the run he made to create space for Dav was brilliant. Geordie, he's nowhere near fully fit, but I think everyone can see his quality. When I was here originally and I worked with him, one of my biggest regrets was not keeping hold of him. And so to be able to get him back in is a huge positive for us. He is such a good player. If you notice, I know it sounds really basic, but he always looks like he's got time on the ball. Yeah. The game slows down. Yes. I think that's a sign of a good player. He plays at his pace. And then he's able to go up and down the gears, the drop of a hat. He's so sharp. As I said, involved in the winning goal. The bit of play where he's received it back to goal, brought it down, calm and composed, and then brings David into play. There's not many other players on the pitch who could do that. So to be able to bring Leggy on, Geordie, obviously Dicko coming back in, it's been the longest 2 games in the world. To be able to, as I said, bring that level of quality on is a huge bonus, and was a key part of us getting 3 points today.
Yeah, brilliant. And as regards the goal, Tommie had got into that position 2 or 3 times, hadn't he?
Yeah.
And the third, probably about the third real chance he had. I mean, it was a lovely far post cross created by David and Freddie, as you said, and what a finish that was, wasn't it? So crisp. We've seen those go anywhere, but he went straight through it and bang.
It was similar to Concord, where he got the equaliser there. He's a big player for us. He is a big player, and he's so important to us. And he's got that knack of arriving from deep on cue, and he keeps getting in there, so he doesn't get disappointed. He's not scared to miss chances. He keeps getting in there. He's such a big player for us, and that was a challenge pre-match. Like the run of games we've had has been pretty challenging, and they're tight games. Like they're decent teams that we're competing with. I mean, Horsham again on Saturday is going to be another massive test, and we challenged the group before the game. This is where we need individual performances to almost get hold of the game and take the ball by the horns, and we need big moments from individual players. We've got a lot of good players. We need our big players to produce, and I think we've done that tonight. I think it was a fantastic team performance, but Faggy's arrived on cue with a big goal, and it's a big moment for us, and it's a big moment for him. I wouldn't want many other people in that position, to be fair.
No, it is great, and 3 minutes, 83 minutes, had to see out, 88 minutes this one, wasn't it? In fact, later than that, 88 minutes, had to see out a little bit of additional time, but we looked composed this time, and in the end, saw the game out, and fantastic. You could hear the noise around the stadium when the whistle went, and it's just a massive boost, isn't it?
Yeah, it just sort of reinforces the importance of what happened Saturday, where we conceded a late equaliser. When we were 1-0 down to 10 men, we're still running to try and get a second goal rather than running to the corner flag. Whereas today, you could see, obviously, that the feeling of those 2 points dropped against Chatham and the disappointment of that is obviously still very raw. But you can see off the back of those experiences today, we're a bit more acute. We're going, because there was a couple of opportunities where we could have broke away and got 2, but I was quite pleased that Leggy ran it to the corner, showed a bit more maturity, and that's the experience which is invaluable to a young group. And again, you can accept the short-term frustrations of a Saturday if we learn from it. So that was a positive from today.
Yeah, brilliant. So what can we say? Look forward to Horsham on Saturday.
Yeah, that'll be tough.
And then a couple of games over Easter. Really great. I'm so pleased. I'm sure everybody else will be delighted. It's just been coming, I think, and it's what the team deserve.
Yeah, I feel like we've obviously that month off was difficult. We lost all momentum, whereas now I feel like we're gaining a bit of momentum again. We've played virtually all the top teams in the past month. We said that March was going to be defining, and for us to come through this recent run of games unbeaten, obviously into a cup final as well, it feels like we've built momentum. It's a good feeling, but now it's very quickly Horsham. We've got to try and back tonight's performance and result up with another decent performance and result against Horsham, who are right up there in the division. So we owe them one, because I felt down at the Pilot Field we didn't give that was one of the games where I was disappointed. When I look back on it, I thought we didn't do ourselves justice. So we'll go there. Obviously we'll be a lot stronger this time around because we had a lot of players out injured. We'll go there with obviously off the back of this run of games where, as I said, we've built a bit of momentum and we look forward to it. But again, we know that'll be just as tough as tonight.
Yeah, and I guess we lose Tommie for that game.
Or we're going to appeal it.
Jack back in?
Yeah, we're going to appeal Tommie Fagg's red card because we've looked at it today and it's surprise, surprise, it's never a red card.
Yeah.
So we got the, I don't want to talk about referees, but we got the footage back and we got another angle and it's never a red card.
Okay, so that's a good thing. It's the good thing to do, isn't it?
Well, we've took it to a third party as well just to make sure, and they've said that's never a red card. So another decision which goes against us, but as I said, we did get on with it, and hopefully the FA see a bit of common sense and they realise it's definitely not a red card. So touch wood, we still have Faggy, and because he'll be a huge loss. Because as I said, like he's still not 100% fit, but you can guarantee all the time he's on the pitch, like against 𝑽𝑰𝑬𝑾, he's got a moment in him where he'll either set someone up or he'll stick one in the back of the net like tonight. So he's crucial to us.
Yeah. Well, we'll let you get home.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
and I would say relax.
I want to drive around for a couple of hours, don't I?
Yeah,
get the radio on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know whether is relax the right word?
No. He's we're very happy. You've got to enjoy it, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've got to enjoy it. That's one thing that originally it was very much. We got to the point where we didn't really enjoy it. It was more relief. You think, oh, thank God for that. Right, next game. But I'm trying to make sure that I said to the players, enjoy tonight. Enjoy that feeling, because that's why we do it.
Yeah, a lot of hard work gone into that.
Yeah, definitely. So, and that again, like that hammering on, like that's what we said at half time. I said, make sure after the game we come away with that winning feeling because we deserve it. Like that's what we felt looking at the game, and especially as the first half when we felt, we deserve to win this. We just got to make sure that when we're walking out of the Pilot Field tonight, we do have that feeling of that's 3 points in the bank and a deserved win. So I'm just pleased that we can do that.
Yeah, well deserved indeed. Fantastic. Really enjoyable evening.
Thank
Blistering.
you. Good. Thank you. No, pleasure. Cheers, Andy. Thank you.